Hi, everyone. I hope you had an awesome Memorial Day weekend. Today, for reading and writing, we're actually going to learn a little bit more about Memorial Day and why it's important for us to think about it as citizens. And we're going to take a virtual field trip to the Battleship New Jersey. So let's get started. We're going to think about our essential questions before we start. The first is, what is Memorial Day about? Next is, where is the Battleship New Jersey? And really the overarching thing I want you to think about as we do this lesson is, why is it important for young citizens to learn about these things? Why is it important for us to, visit these places and think about these things and what this day is about? So for our first section, as you click through, you're going to learn more about Memorial Day. You are going to click on this video, which is going to have facts about Memorial Day. And kind of a fun fact is that Memorial Day was originally known as Decoration Day. It started as a day to celebrate Confederate soldiers who fought in America's only Civil War. And then you'll click on this video and you will watch more about Memorial Day facts. Now this page is it's almost like a hyperdoc. It's going to bring you to a lot of different sites to learn more about Memorial Day. You're going to start off with a brain pop, and please take the quiz afterwards. Then you might know already, but we live actually very close to a military base. So Joint Military Base Dix, McGuire, and Lakehurst is very near Marlton, and lots of families that we know are affiliated with the base. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, the Thunderbirds flew over our area to honor healthcare workers, and here's some pictures and video about that. Now, Memorial Day, you might have known, is also known as the unofficial start to summer. And one great thing about this year, it was sort of the start of like releasing a little bit of the lockdown restrictions. You might have been able to do something fun for Memorial Day weekend, like go to the beach or go to a park or something like that. But the most important thing about Memorial Day is we're meant to honor the troops. It's meant to honor people who have died fighting for our freedoms. And so one thing that you can do to recognize that is to pick an option from this choice board to complete. And they have different activities that you can do to support the troops. Now, I want you to think about, after completing all of those activities, what would your response to the prompt be? What does Memorial Day really mean? I'd like to see 2 to 3 sentences at a minimum of what does Memorial Day really mean? And you're going to click right in this box to be able to do it. Next, we're going to visit the Battleship New Jersey, which is located right in Camden, New Jersey. It's really close to us. Actually, if you're at the Camden Aquarium, you can see it right across in the water. Now, a really interesting fact is that it costs $10,000 per day to keep the battleship afloat on the water in New Jersey. And currently the battleship is closed because of the quarantine, but we're hoping that it will reopen again soon. While we wait, we're going to take this virtual field trip. Now, this video is a little bit on the longish side. It's about 30 minutes long. If you've ever gone to the Battleship New Jersey, it's actually super cool. And the in-person tour is actually fairly long as well. It's really cool. There's so many unique things. And when you watch this video, you'll get to see some of the really special things about it. The captain's quarters are amazing. The cruise area is pretty cool, like the way they have everything stacked. So watch this video, but feel free to take breaks if you need to, because it's a long one. Now, a timeline for the Battleship New Jersey, it wasn't always here. It actually began in 1940 when the keel was laid at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. And when you're building a boat or a ship, the keel is what would be considered like the cornerstone of a building. It's like this one really important piece, and that's considered the start of the building. The ship was actually commissioned for service in World War II in 1943. It provided service, but then it came back actually to be like renovated and cleaned up. But then in 1950, it went back out to service, and it was recommissioned to serve in the Korean War. Then it came home to Philadelphia, and it spent some time being refurbished and cleaned up and things like that. And it finally opened to the public for tours on the Camden waterfront in 2001. So it's been in its location for quite a while now. Now, if you click on each of these links, it's going to bring you to the Battleship New Jersey, to different parts of it where you can visit different stuff. And what's cool is if you have a group, like a lot of scouting groups or church groups or youth groups, they will make arrangements to have sleepovers at the Battleship New Jersey. And that's a pretty fun activity. It's pretty cool. So right over here on this slide, you're going to click and just type 3 new things that you learned by visiting the Battleship New Jersey. Now, let's think about our essential question, the overarching theme, which is why is it important for young citizens to learn about Memorial Day? Why do we spend time thinking about Memorial Day? It's not just the unofficial start of summer, it has a bigger and deeper meaning. I want you to think about that, and you can prepare to share your thoughts at our next Google Meet. If you'd like to send me a message on Seesaw, you could do that as well. Bye.